So there are two modes of the melodic minor that are essential in improvisation: the altered scale and the Lydian flat 7. And trust me, I slept on these scales for a long time and I probably shouldn't have. Learning them is super easy and they're extremely useful. So today we're going to practice these two modes and understand how they're connected to each other and how to use them in improvisation. If you're new to MDEX Music, we create music books and apps, piano arrangements, and we discuss improvisation, songwriting, and sometimes we take music theory to strange and uncharted places. So subscribe and hit the bell, and join us for exclusive access to our ever-expanding library of music resources. The Lydian flat 7 scale is mode 4 of the melodic minor scale. So if we're in G melodic minor, and we play the same note grouping starting on C, we get a Lydian flat 7 scale. It has a flat 7 and a sharp 4. And there are two perspectives that you can lean into to remember the notes in this scale. If you know your Lydian scale, then just turn the 7 into a flat 7. And you get a Lydian flat 7, as the name implies. Or, if you'd rather think from the Mixolydian perspective, then it's a Mixolydian with a sharp 4. This scale pairs really well with a dominant chord, and you get a dominant 7 chord with a 9, a sharp 11, and a 13. If we look at the upper structure created by the three tensions, we get a 2 major triad. So over C7 Lydian flat 7, we can play a D major triad. So our first exercise is going to be playing this. And then we're going to practice the 2 major upper structure like this. Now, if we have a C Lydian flat 7 and we rotate the graph 180 degrees, we get the F sharp altered scale. In other words, C Lydian flat 7 and F sharp altered are the exact same notes. And this is going to be really important for today's lesson. Notice that C and F sharp are a tritone away. Remember, in the circle of fifths, any two notes on opposite sides are always a tritone away. So if you have a Lydian flat 7 scale, then you get the related altered scale by starting on the sharp 4, a tritone away, and vice versa. For example, if I have a B altered, then it's going to be the same as F Lydian flat 7. This relationship is essential because it's the same relationship between the 5 chord and the sub 5 chord, also known as the tritone substitution. That's why sub 5s are always paired with the Lydian flat 7 scale. It's simply because they're an altered version of the 5 chord. For example, if I'm in C major, the 5 is G7, and the sub 5 is the dominant chord, a tritone away D flat 7. In this reharmonization, the best scale to use on this D flat 7 is the Lydian flat 7 scale, because it's an altered version of the 5 chord G7. But as I showed you before, D flat Lydian flat 7 is the same as G7 altered. Once you understand this relationship, you'll never forget that sub 5 chords work best with the Lydian flat 7 scale. And you'll definitely find new perspectives on how to alter your dominant chords. In the next exercise, we're going to practice this relationship by playing the Lydian flat 7 scale and then start it on the sharp 4, making it an altered scale. So if we're playing C Lydian flat 7, then on this section we're actually playing the related altered mode, F sharp altered. So you're practicing the altered scale from the perspective of its related Lydian flat 7 scale. To round out the concept, let's consider the opposite perspective, altered to Lydian flat 7. Notice that the altered scale doesn't pair with a regular dominant chord, but with a 7 flat 5 chord. There's no perfect fifth inside the altered scale. In fact, all the tensions are altered in this scale: flat 9, sharp 9, and flat 13. Not to mention the sharp 11, which is actually our flat 5 chord tone, since we're pairing the scale with a 7 flat 5 chord. So here's the exercise. Remember, we're playing F sharp altered and then C Lydian flat 7. And then going up. All right, now that you've practiced both the altered and Lydian flat 7 and also the 2 major upper structure over Lydian flat 7, let's look at 2 great upper structures for the altered scale. So let's take a minor add 9 and see where it fits inside of the altered scale. There's only one on the flat 2. And this is a great upper structure because it not only gives you 3 altered tensions, the flat 9, the sharp 9, and the flat 13, but it also includes the third of your C7 flat 5 chord. So let's practice the flat 2 minor add 9 over all of our altered scales like this. Learning all of these concepts will allow you to explore many possibilities. So here are the backing tracks at a medium tempo to practice these exercises. And our members, as always, will get the PDF with all of these steps. And if you happen to own the new version of Tessitura Pro, just check the lessons catalog, load the lesson, and start practicing step by step at increasing tempos until you've mastered them all. Here are the backing tracks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.